Real relationship talk, real relationship drama with the best nights of your life. Your host Jay and Simply E, hold on, get ready to enter the J Spot on intellectualradio.com.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to the best night of your life. Woo! You have entered the J Spot where we are strengthening relationships and families one conversation at a time on intellectualradio.com. We are an iHeart station. I'm your host, Jay. You all want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all. Go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot. And J is spelled Jaye for all three. While you're at it, do me a favor, go right around the corner. Go to YouTube, boop, boop, boop. Like and follow us there. Subscribe to our channel. That's the J Spot Radio. Go to TikTok, like and follow us there, the J Spot. Again, guys, J is Jaye. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you. I'm just grateful to be here before you another day. Guys, thank you for joining us on the ride home. We have a great show lined up for you tonight. Listen, I want to start off by still saying, as we go into week 3, I still do not have control of our group, Grown and Sexy Conversations with Jay, which was hacked like almost 3 weeks ago. When I tell you guys, these son of a guns are working this group like it's theirs. They are approving people. And let me just say, for the people, the members that have been in Grown and Sexy Conversations for years, when I tell you the crap that these son of a, and y'all can please feel free to fill the cuss words in, that these people are posting in the group and approving in the group, please know that that ish is not me. That stuff is not me. It's so much craziness that is being posted and approved in there that I know I would never, ever, 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 ever approve. So, guys, just know, if you are still a part, which is over the hundreds of thousands of people are still a part of that group, if you are a part of that group is now being run by hackers. The group was compromised like almost 3 weeks ago. I still, as of today, I have yet to regain control of the group. Don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully, I'd like to remain hopeful and say that, you know what, one day I am going to regain control of the group. But as of right now, guys, I do not have control of the group. Again, it is being run by hackers. I'm very disappointed because there's no support from Facebook, no support whatsoever. So I have not even officially been able to even report my group being hacked because the steps that Facebook has in place, it is making it difficult for me to report this. So guys, if you know a way in which I can report this to Facebook, then please reach out to me separately and just like let me know, what do you guys think that I could do? What do you guys recommend me doing so that I can get my group back if possible? Hopefully. But as I said, as of right now, I no longer have control of that group. It's very disheartening because I have built that group since 2015, and to have it taken away like that, and then to see that the people are still just, working the group and they're just actively, approving posts and things of that nature. Again, it's very disheartening, but at the same time, it was definitely an eye opener. And the eye opener is make sure you are doing something else and you are building outside of the social media platform so that you can own anything, because you can work hard just like I did since 2015, and to have it all taken away, and there's nothing you can do but sit back on the sidelines and watch as somebody else takes control of what it is that you worked so hard to build. For those that ask, well, why did you let them in? You approved them. I did not approve them. These people were never in the group. I was never affiliated with these people. They were never even on my friends. I woke up one day after reaching over 100,000 people in the group, and I was out and they were in. They kicked my entire team out, and it has been that way again since almost 3 weeks. My team and I, we have been unsuccessful in being able to regain control of the group. So again, it's very discouraging. It's very, it's messed up. It's messed up. I'm not gonna lie. It's messed up. And I'm just gonna see, just for the sake, I'm gonna see if you'll approve this live, and then I'm gonna go back, and see if they'll approve the live in the group, because we'll just see. But I want you all to know that I have been hacked. And again, that this is some foolishness. This is some bull junkie. And Facebook has to do better, because at this point, being a creator on this platform, I can tell you, where you're not protected. You're not protected as a creator on this platform. And if you are, please tell me, as a creator, how are you protected, so that I can do what I need to do to make sure that I am protecting myself. Because as of right now, to have someone be able to just come and steal a group that I've worked so hard to build, to steal it right from under me, and I have nothing, I have no way of regaining control of my group. I have no way of being able to even report this as a creator. How am I supposed to feel going forward? So imagine, people, listen, I know I'm not the only one that this has happened to. So imagine your page is 100,000 strong, 200,000 strong, and you wake up one day and somebody has stolen everything that you worked so hard for. It's easy for people. I mean, because listen, I have had people tell me, oh, well, why don't you just go start over? Let me say, you start over. You start over. You start over. You go and build. And when people say that, I don't even get upset. I just simply know that this person has never worked on anything or has never built anything of substance. If you think that it's just that easy for somebody to just be able to go and start over, like you're going to just walk away from something that you've worked so hard for over the years, and you're just going to be okay with somebody coming and stealing it from you, and you're just going to tuck your tail in between your legs, and you're just going to go, and you're going to go away and let them continue to do what it is that they want to do. If you're that type of person, I don't have a problem with that. But that ain't me. So don't expect me to go and tuck my tail in between my legs and just roll over and act like my group has not been hacked, and my group, what I've worked so hard for has not been compromised. So please don't think that I'm just going to sit and act like it has not happened, because it has. And I will say this, if it happened to me, it can happen to anybody. It can happen to you all. And guess what? The scary part is that as a creator, again, you are not protected. There is no protection. Listen, I've been looking for 3 weeks to try to report this to Facebook, and I have been unsuccessful with reporting it to Facebook. I've told them that about the 2 people that hacked the group. I've reported their profiles. Facebook says that they're a valid profile. So that shoots that method out the way. I've tried to send them messages through the support. That's being kicked back, because the channels and the questions that they're taking me through, it does not apply to my situation. So they have all of this information, but nothing relevant to what my particular situation is. So if there's nothing relevant to my situation, then therefore that's why I have been unsuccessful in reporting it, because all of the scenarios that they have, it does not apply to what it is that's going on over here. So again, when you're in a situation like this, you all, I'm just saying, be mindful and protect yourselves. Again, I don't know how to tell you how, as a creator, how do we protect ourselves? How do you protect yourself from being hacked? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. So if anybody has any information on how to prevent being hacked, then please share that. Drop it in the comments or inbox me. Listen, your professional hackers, please don't. Look, I don't want to hear from you all, okay? Because you're not gonna do nothing but make things worse. So for your hackers that's looking to hack the hack, look, I'm good. I'm good on. Yeah, my page was hacked 3 years ago, and Dennis the Minister Miracle Worker, he restored my Instagram page. Just click on Dennis the Minister Miracle Restore, and he'll do it for $5,000. Shut your $5,000, that part. Shut that part up. But again, we have to be careful, and you got to be mindful. And all I can say is definitely, just in addition to social media, just make sure that you're building your own platform and your own resources on the side. Because if you're totally 100% dependent upon social media, what just happened to me, losing my group of 100,000 people, can definitely happen to you. So definitely be mindful. I don't know the answer to how do you, as a creator, protect yourself. Maybe it's something that, creators, we got to get together and just kind of toss some ideas around, and hopefully that can happen. But here's the deal. People be in such competition with each other. It's like we can't even share information and can't help each other because everybody is trying to think that the next man trying to come up over them and all of this other foolishness. And that's why we don't win. But me, I don't have a problem with sharing it. I don't have a problem with sharing my story. Yes, my page was my group, Grown and Sexy Conversations with Jay, was hacked almost 3 years ago. And let me say this, and the guys who hacked, I don't even want to say their name because, again, I don't even want to be financially liable. They can come back and, oh, she slandered me on Facebook and all this and that. So I'm not even going to give them that type of power. You go to Grown and Sexy Conversations with Jay, and you'll see that Jay is not the admin or the creator or the owner of the group anymore. You'll see the two pink dudes. Now, if any one of them look like Jay, I do got a little tan right now, but if any one of them pink dudes look like Jay, you all let me know. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I went to sleep and I turned to, even though I have been told that as it gets later and I get tired, my voice does, go 2 or 3 octaves deeper, and I do start sounding like a man. So that could be justified right there in that sense. But other than that, you all, the foolery is real. But listen, on another note, I just had to get that out there, let you know, Grown and Sexy Conversations with Jay, it has still been hacked. But listen, we got a great show, so we have to keep it moving. Again, I'm doing everything in my power to regain access to that group. But guys, listen, go to our page, our backup group, Grown and Sexy Conversations with the J Spot. That's where we are kicking it at right now. Go there, kick it with us, and come on, listen. Hopefully I don't have to rebuild, but if I do, listen, I'm up for the challenge. It will definitely be bittersweet if I do have to rebuild, but again, I'm up for the challenge, and I'm always up for some foolishness. So guys, listen, we have a great, and I do mean a great show lined up for you tonight. We have plenty of great hot topics. Listen, we're going to go ahead and kick it off like we do. Listen, the foolishness is real. Now, you all, I have a great deal of respect for this lady, this actress that we are going to talk about. Have a great deal of respect for Vivica Fox. Okay? I really do. But we're going to have her to have a seat. Please and thank you. Like right now, have a seat, please, and thank you. Vivica Fox says, listen, now that she is 60 years old, Baby, she says she is ready to settle down and get married and have a family. She is 60 years old, baby, and she is ready, okay? Ready to settle down and find her forever boo thing at 60. Now, is there something wrong with finding your boo thing at 60? No. I believe that love, you can find love at any age and any season in your life.
I have a question for Vivica.
That's the
I'd
producer.
like to know how well are you doing financially, first of all.
The producer says his question for Vivica is how well is she doing financially? My question is, would that matter whether she is doing well or if she's not? Does that matter? It does that influence or does that, have anything affect her chances of getting
I don't
married?
know how well she's doing, but she looked like she was struggling.
She looked like she's struggling.
Oh yeah.
See, that's all that. That's just bad Botox. That's all that is. That's just bad Botox. Hey, Cedric, how you doing? He's saying she out of the game. Y'all don't do Vivica like that. Is it so? Fellas, do you all feel like that? Like, listen, you done rip and ran the streets and you done, listen, what they said, get the hoe out your system and do all of that. Now, I don't know if it takes 60 years to get the hoism and the streets out of you, but maybe that's the length of time that it took for her to get the streets out of her system. So now, are we mad at this lady because, it took her, 30 additional years to get the streets out of her system? She became famous at 30 or something, probably in her early 20s. And she's like, listen, I'm around all this money, all this power. Listen, I don't want to be committed. I don't want to be tied down. And now she done sold her wild oats. And now at 60, she's ready to set that thing down. She's ready to retire that thing. She ready to put that thing up and just give it to one. What's left of it. She's ready to give what's left of that thing to one man. But now here's the thing. She been rich. So she probably done had her hootie high reconstructed and, all of this stuff that they be doing in Hollywood. So don't knock it because she's 60. You don't know what she done did and how she been taking care of it. She may be able to pick a car up with that thing. So don't put it past her. But at 60, I don't know, I don't know, because it's like everybody, my thing is this. I'm like, listen, she seems like she's gonna be mad stuck in her ways. Like, will you be able to get along with anybody? Cedric is saying she needs to ask Ice-T. What she gotta ask him, Cedric? Ask him about settling down at 60 or ask him to settle down with her? I don't know, but I think that she has a strong type personality, so she's definitely going to need somebody that's going to be able to complement that type of strength, because that's not, everybody can't deal with that. And she definitely comes off really strong. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with having a strong personality. I'm not saying that at all. So she definitely comes off strong. So I think that she's going to need somebody, stronger. And they go with this alpha male, all this other stuff. I'm not really going to say, fall into the alpha male-ish and all this bull junkie. I'm not going to fall into that. I'm just going to say she needs somebody that can definitely complement her strength. She definitely needs that because, again, she definitely seems a bit headstrong. And again, to each his own. I'm not even saying that in a negative way. I'm just saying, what are you guys thinking as far as with her looking for someone and looking for a relationship at 60? Has she missed the mark? Are you guys saying like, you know what? No, you good, boo. You missed that. That well has run dry. You should have taken advantage of that when you were in your 30s or your 40s. But maybe she did what people are saying, wait until you get established in life. Wait until you're ready to settle down and you're getting situated. And now You are ready to love. So now at 60, she says, that's where I'm at. Now I just got here at 60. Am I wrong for just getting here at 60? Is she wrong for just getting there and being ready to love at 60? Or are you guys like me? I'm saying, you know what? Listen, if that's how long it took her to get ready, or to be in that space, and you all may say, oh, yeah, after, went out there and I did all this and did all that, you doing it too. You're doing it too. She's just now honest enough to say, you know what? I wasn't finished. I needed a little bit more time. And now she done had some time. And now she said that she is ready to settle down at 60. So I wish her the best of luck. I'm not really sure how that's gonna work because listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Fellas, I love y'all like I love putting on a tight girdle. I promise you I do. I love you like a good support hose, a good support bra, because you need them. You need these. But these folks that baby, they don't even wear girdles no more. So let me scratch the girdle part. But I love you like a good push-up bra, like a good, like a good bra. I love y'all like that. But some of y'all ain't done running the streets in y'all 50s and y'all 60s. Y'all just out there just thinking you got all the time in the world, but just don't stroke one too hard. And then listen, the angel of death come on, kiss you right on your forehead. And now you up there, now you looking crazy. You thought you had all this time left. And I think a lot of people get caught up in there thinking that they got a whole bunch of time left. But my thing is this. I hope that she does, if she's serious about this. Who knows? This could be a publicity stunt. This could be anything. But I hope that if she is serious about finding love, then I definitely hope that she finds love at the tender, seasoned age of 60. I believe that she is able to find someone. It may not be an industry. It may not be a person that's in the industry, and she may not want anybody in the industry. So what my thing would be for her is, if you find this guy, are you going to respect him and are you going to treat him right? Because there are plenty of men out there that, listen, you a nice seasoned woman. She still, looks fairly well. So it's like, you can still pull them. But my thing is, are you going to treat them right? What if you, meet some type of business executive and she got a couple of dollars if she's done right with them over the years, then, she got, a little something to her name. Will you be able to respect this man if he does not bring the same amount financially to the table that you bring? And that will lead us to our next hot topic. Like, ladies, are we okay with being with men that, listen, he's a good dude, he treats you right, but you make substantially more than he makes? Could you proceed with going forward with getting married to a man that makes substantially less than you? Ladies, are you okay with going forward and moving forward with a man that, listen, he's good to you, he loves you, he treats you right, you love him, you make more than he does, substantially more. You've accomplished a lot more in life, career-wise, business-wise, than he has. Are you okay with moving forward with this man? He's like, listen, I don't have all of this monetary stuff. I may not be able to give you the world financially, but I can give you the world with love, respecting you, treating you like the queen that you are, whatever you want to be treated like. I can give you all those things. I can make you happy. I can do all of that. But financially, I'm still building. Financially, I'm not there. Or what if he's in a career that he loves, but it does not make a lot of money? Some of those careers, listen, are teachers. You have to have a love for students. You have to have a love for kids. But let's be honest, teachers don't make a whole bunch of money. So ladies, you got your hustles on, you got property over here, you doing this, you doing that. You meet a teacher, y'all fall in love, he ready to get married. He can't give you all of that stuff that you buying for yourself while you're single. Now you come together and you marry him. You going to all these girls trips, Dubai, Belize, Brazil, all these exotic places on your little girls trip. You a part of traveling groups and all this and that. And you living your life. And you dating him. But then he pops the question. So now with that question comes, man, you know, are you still going to be able to do those things that you were doing singly? Or are you going to have to kind of consider where your husband is? And now you got to kind of look out for your husband because he doesn't make that amount. Or are you just going to keep finances separately? How would that work? How would that look, ladies? You're marrying someone that does not make what you make. You make substantially more. Fellas, would you be okay? Are you secure? Would you be secure with dating and marrying a woman that makes substantially more than you? Would you be okay? Would you feel like are you still the leader? Are you still the head of the household if your woman makes more than you? Is that something to be embarrassed about? Like, how does that work? Now, here's the thing. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how, like, logically, I want to say, okay, just off the top of my head, I'm probably not going to be able to do it. And I'm sorry. I don't want to be shallow, but I'm not going to lie to you either. I'm like, we have to have a game plan. So here's my honest answer. Like, if he's working on something else, or like if he got some hustle in him, then we cool. If he got some hustle, we gonna get to it. But if he's sincerely happy with where he is in life, I'm happy for him. So who am I to try to push you past where you want to go? Because I know I'm a builder. So if you're a builder and you're with somebody that is comfortable, in my experience, I've found that a lot of times those type of relationships really don't work because one person is satisfied and they're content with where they are. They go to work, they come home, they take a vacation once a year, once every 2 years. They're fine with that. Their bills are paid. They're okay with that. And then you have people like me that live on the edge, that got this project open, and life is just chaotic. It's 1,000 things going on, and you want to give them some extra stuff to do and build and all that, and they don't want to do that. They like life peacefully, and you like living on the edge like a crazy person. You like having 12,000 things to do and not knowing if you're going to meet the deadline for this. And, oh, man, you got to talk to this contractor. This failed. This messed up. It's a whole bunch going on in your world, but it's peaceful to you, even though it looks chaotic to somebody else. So now you got some hustles going on that's creating and generating extra income, and they're okay with just what they're doing. If that's the situation, even if it is love, Cedric is saying is if it's genuine love. For me, I would like to think that love is enough, but it won't be. I already know, like it won't be, because I know that I would do my best to respect the fact that you just want to just work and just, come home. But I'm not the just work and come home person. Like, okay, let's find something else to do. Like, it's so many different ways and it's so many different hustles out here. Come on, get you a couple of them. And if they don't want to get a couple of them, then it's just like, okay, what are we doing? So you off, and then this becomes an issue as well. So you're off, they're off from their job, and that's all they have. So now they're getting mad with you because of the time constraints. You don't have time for them because you got all these hustles that you got going on, but they only have the one job. So a lot of times a person that does not have the same grind like that, it's often difficult to have that type of relationship with somebody that does not have that type of hustle, simply because, again, you're sitting here, you're hustling and you working hard and you grinding and you getting to it, but they want to lay up. It's Saturday morning. Let's stay in bed. I can't stay in bed. I got stuff to do. I got meetings. I got this. I got that. Guess what? It's going to start to take a toll on your relationship. It's going to take a toll. And at the end of the day, again, just in my opinion, if they're both not okay with it, then it's going to be a problem. But I'd like to say, yeah, I wouldn't, that would probably be a no for me. Again, unless he's open to the hustle of the chaotic lifestyle, because again, your one job, that's fine. But listen, are you open to some more side hustles to get some more money? Because we're going to get to it. This is team, let's get to it. So that's what we're going to do. Team, let's get to it. Coffee and let's get to it. That's what we're going to do. If he's like that, then yeah, we can work. Listen, that's the potential we going to build and we going to do it, because I'm all right. You're going to be all right. We can proceed forward. But for the dude that does not make it, and is not interested in doing some side hustles and just doing some other stuff. Listen, it's so many side hustles. Real estate, fixing, flipping. You can learn how to do that. I'll learn how to do that. Something like, if he doesn't have that type of willing mindset to do that, then I would have to say no. So I guess it would not only be the reason for the relationship not being able to work for me, wouldn't be so much as where he is, as far as like, okay, he makes substantially less. The deal breaker would be he's not willing to, come on, let's hustle. Look, okay, you got good credit. I got good credit, because that's a must. Lord, you must. Because then that's, I don't know what to tell you. It's just not, no. I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you, no. No, I can't. How do you even get hot and bothered and your credit score is 200? Like, you got other things to listen. You need to be worried about how to dispute these charges and stuff with the credit bureau. You don't need to be sitting up here trying to, get it on with somebody. You need to be getting it on with FICA. You need to be getting it on with TransUnion and Experian. That's who you need to be trying to get, and Equifax. That's who you need to be trying to get it on with. You don't need to be over here be trying to get it on with nobody touching. I'll back do that thing. No, there's no thing. Did you write a letter to the credit bureau? Your credit score is still 250? No, I'm not horny, because your lights can go out at any moment and there's nothing that you can do. No. So yeah, it'll probably be a strong no for me. Cedric is saying, I'm with you there though. You gotta have some hustle in you. You do, because again, if not, like, you get stuck and that's just it. So and to me, don't take this the wrong way. I am not a materialistic person. At least I don't think I am. Now listen, let my friends and my family tell it. They say I am, but I don't believe that I am. So that's all that matters. I don't believe that I am. I'm not a label person. I'm not a materialistic person. I'm just not like look, I'll put on some anything as long as it's comfortable. I'll put it on. Okay, that's just gonna be me. I'm put it on. With the exception of listen, okay, I will say this. I don't like cheap perfume or cheap cologne. I don't now that right there, I don't like it. I would rather just not, I will not look. I'll just smell like air before I put on some cheap cologne and some cheap perfume. I'm just gonna smell like air. That's it. Just gonna be air, and that's just gonna. Oh, Jay, what's that? What's that? What's that? What's that scent on you, Cicero? Madison, Central. That's what it is. That's what the smell is. Like, what's that? Oh, that's Uncle Remus. Hello, that you don't smell like mound sauce. What's that? What you? Listen, my hair smells like the smoke from Coleman's. Cause I was over there getting a look. As y'all see, I'm shouting out the black businesses on the west side. My hair smells like the that smoke from Coleman's over there on Chicago Avenue. What's that? Off of Chicago Avenue. Is that Parkside or Waller? One of those little streets over there. Off of Chicago Avenue, right before Austin. Oh, what are you doing over there? Now listen, this next place, I have a love-hate relationship with them. But I'm gonna say their name anyway. What took you so long? Why your leg like that? Because I've been standing up for an hour and a half for two cheese miles, two cheese soft shell mile from People's Taco on Chicago Avenue in Austin. That's where I was at. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna smell like. Those are going to be my fragrances. I would choose that before I choose some cheap knockoff perfume and things of that nature. So hit any of those black businesses up. Go ahead and hit them up. They not sponsoring. Next time I say their name, they gonna sponsor. But listen, we got to give something back. I feel like giving back to the hood. I felt like giving back to the old west side. So that's what I did. But no, as far as this knockoff stuff, that's gonna be the only way. But if he's not a builder, I can respect that. No harm, no foul. Not saying he's not a good dude. Not saying any of that. I'm just saying it's probably gonna be a strong no for me. It's gonna be a no. You gotta have some hustle in you. You gotta have some flair in you. You gotta do something. You're gonna have to get on up out of here. Cause listen, I'm out here working and doing all of this, and you like, come on, babe, come lay down. I can't lay down. I got insomnia. I can't sleep. I'ma lay down, and then I'm gonna be up before 6 o'clock. But you gonna want me sitting up there? Let's lay down after we done game planned and strategized for the next day. We're not gonna be laying down and we got business to take care of. It's stuff that we got to have done, and you sitting up here and you want to lay down and you want to feel on me and get all hot and bothered. We're not getting hot and bothered. We're not doing that, okay? We got business to take care of. And now listen, speaking of business, what do you all, oh Lord, what do you all think about this foolishness? So the guy, he says, listen, over in these clubs, okay, in the VIP section, he said, listen, he's telling the women this. Do not come to this section if you are not prepared to do the following. He said, listen, prices is too high. Liquor is too high. Alcohol is too high. He says, due to the prices of the bottles being $800, you spending $800. If you spending $800 in the club and you ain't got no business and no side hustles, I'm clucking you in your head with that $800 bottle of whatever it is that you bought. That's just me. But he's saying that, listen, prices are $800 a bottle in the club. So he's like, ladies, he spelled that wrong. No disrespect, but please don't come over to our, Lord have mercy. We're going to need to get this brother a tutor. That's what we're going to first start off at. But okay. He says, please do not come over to our section if you are not getting effed by any of the guys or intending on sexing any of the guys in this section. Please leave our liquor alone. Sign the guys over here that's paying $800 for the bottle. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about his statement? He's like, listen, ladies, liquor too much. It's $800 a bottle, okay? So don't come over here unless you plan on slobbing on Bob. Okay, if you not slobbing on Bob, if you not getting bent over, if you not getting taken to the bathroom, to the alley, or to the car, wherever. Because, baby, the way he complaining about the bottle cost $800, you can forget him taking you to a nice hotel or something like that. You can forget that. You can forget him even having gas money to take you to your house. You can forget that. But this brother is saying, he said it with his chest. He meant that. If you not doing that, don't come over here. Ladies, how do you feel about that? Is he wrong for saying that? Ladies, are you offended by that? What are you feeling? And fellas, are you agreeing with what he's saying? Are you agreeing with what this brother said? Listen, ladies, okay, this ain't for you. If you not hoeing tonight, don't come over here, okay? If you're not hoeing tonight, stay on over there. Find somebody else to get you a little fine. Listen, now drinks is expensive too. See, that's why I don't drink. But they said, you look, stay on over there with your little girlfriends. Y'all stay on over there. Only way y'all getting over here in this section to drink on our $800 liquor is if you're going to be letting something else tickle the back of your throat by the end of the night. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Amen. So if you're not going with that, don't come over here trying to get our liquor. Ladies, is he wrong? Pretty Tasha, you saying, yeah, he got to hustle. Oh, you say, okay, she was answering the other question saying that, yeah, the guy got to hustle if he wants to be with her. Is this guy wrong? Listen, Cedric is saying, tell that ninja to go to Cicero and Roosevelt. Yeah, to the liquor store. To that liquor store over there. Listen, they in the club though, Cedric, so they can't go. So, they got to go over there. They trying to show off. Got to do the little club scene and everything. But here's what I thought. When I read it, I don't have a problem with that. I don't see anything wrong with what this broke brother said. I don't. The whole post gave broke dude vibes. That's what it gave to me. So to me, him and his friends, they done put their last $800, which no doubt, I'm willing to bet at least 2 of them behind on child support, but they go give it to the club to buy a bottle and get a section and front for people that don't, like it don't even matter. But that whole post, that whole statement gave broke dude vibes to me. Okay? $800 bottles, so not impressed. Because here's the thing. You could be doing, let me give you the context clues of what said broke dude. Now, because you may be saying, Jay, this dude talking about he spent $800 on a bottle. That right there lets you know that he's broke. Because people with money are not counting how much stuff costs. They're not. They're racking up a tab, put it on my tab, put it on my tab, put it on my tab. That's the way people with money are rolling. Only broke dudes are counting and keeping tab and keeping count of what's going on. And here's the thing. Don't worry about it because I count my bills. Listen. You can give me my own bill because what you're not going to do is have me on the same bill with these alcoholics and all I had was some cranberry juice. The bill be like $1,200. I done drunk $30 worth of cranberry juice. They got $700, $800 worth of liquor. I will always get my own tab. You're not sticking me in this foolishness with all of this. We finna do all this. We finna throw it. No, we not. No, we not. Bring me some water, please and thank you. Water with lemons and limes. That's fine. Cranberry juice. And I always had them to hold the ice. I know they can't stand me coming. Listen, you are not about to give me a whole cup of ice with a splash of cranberry juice. I don't drink. I want all of the cranberry juice, room temperature and all. And they need to start respecting that cranberry juice, okay? They need to start putting the cranberry juice in the refrigerator because I hate my cranberry juice hot. Everywhere I go, I have to drink hot cranberry juice. And it tastes, I ain't gonna tell you what it tastes like. But it's not always a pleasant taste. And I don't like telling them to put ice in it, because if you say a little ice in a especially in the club, if you say a little ice, they still gonna make it all. They just not gonna fill it up. It's gonna be one or two ice cubes away from being full. That's what they consider little. I don't drink. I'm looking at everything. You're not gonna be watering my stuff down. But nevertheless, the fact that they can keep track of how much it costs, that's saying that it's broke. So, and it's okay. It's quite all right. So if you not doing any of these things, ladies, you shouldn't be getting mad, because here's the thing. I can appreciate knowing the truth up front. Let me know the deal. Let me know the deal so I can make an informed decision on what's going on. So it's like, he's like, yo, if you come over here and drink this liquor, you sucking on this sticker at the end of the night. If you drinking this liquor, you're sucking on this sticker. And if you not doing that, then you shouldn't be over there in their section, because they done already told you. What you getting mad for? Why you getting mad? Just go buy your own stuff and you ain't got to worry about it. See? No harm, no foul. They are well within their rights to have that be the requirement for what they're looking to do, because guess what? You don't have to participate in that. You don't have to go over there. They're telling you that. They're telling you for a reason. So now if you go on over there and you think they playing, and then you find out, you're gonna learn today. Don't put yourself in that position. So if you are not about those standards, and you're not about drinking a liquor and then drinking the liquor and then sucking on a sticker, if you're not about that, then don't go over there. And ain't no sense in, y'all bogus, y'all. No, they not. They are well within their rights to party however they want to. But just know, fellas, when you're saying and doing stuff like that, it screams, you have put the speaker on the loudest, the highest volume, broke dude energy. And listen, I can respect that. Because ladies, in my opinion, that lets you know who to stay away from. So they have just eliminated themselves out of the process for you. So now you know that whole section over there is no for all of them. They see you walk into the bathroom, and you know how they do that, rub on your arm, grab your arm. No, sir. I feel the broke energy over there. I cannot do it. Cannot do it. We will not do it. I'm gonna be broke over here in my section by myself. I don't need no company. I don't need a friend at all. We're gonna be over here doing it like this. But you let them stay over there. Let them split that $800 bottle and whatever it else is that they're doing, and you go find you something else to do. But ladies, we cannot be sitting up here getting all offended and trying to get all up in your feelings about this man telling what his preference is for him and his friends. You cannot be getting all up in your feelings about that. They feel how they feel, and that's okay. They are well within their rights. So listen, look, don't put your good Judy panties. Don't go over there. Save your energy for somebody else, and it'll all work out. So they over there, and they gonna get who over there, and don't be trying to get mad. She ain't nothing but a. Well, listen, you would have been over there too had they not told you all that stuff up front. You'd have been over there trying to finesse and all this other stuff too. So don't be trying to get mad at the other chick because she said, okay, well, listen. Oh, word. That's all we got to do. Please, we down for that. Don't get mad at her. Don't be trying to judge her because she chose to jump down that night and you didn't feel like it tonight because you did it last week. You like, shoot, I ain't coming for that tonight. I did that last week. Don't be judging her because it's her turn this time and you did yours last week. So again, listen, people are entitled to party however they want to party. And again, for me, I think that the most important thing is that I can always respect is when people state their intentions up front. Like, because that gives you, how can you be mad at that? You haven't wasted your time. They haven't wasted their time. They haven't wasted their money. No harm, no foul. You know what it is. If it's not agreeable and you don't agree to the terms and the conditions, You can walk away. What more can you ask for? Guys, listen, we're going to take a short musical break. And when we return, we have more hot topics to get into. Stay tuned. You're listening to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time. Yeah, guys. You over there, he's saying, yeah, if you ain't making it clap over here in my face, our faces, and you ain't going home with nobody, you can't be over here. Okay. Like, okay, like, how is that wrong? Like, how is them saying that, how is that wrong? I'm trying to figure out how is these fellas with them expecting and expressing what they desire and what they're expecting and what they want. How are they wrong for that? How are they wrong for stating what it is that they want to happen in their section? If you're not willing to do what it is that they're seeking, then you shouldn't be in there. You shouldn't be in their section. You have to let these people do what they do, and they're telling you. So if you don't like it, then look, guess what? You have to kick all the rocks. You got to kick the rocks. Get out these people's section and you go buy you a bottle. And then you do what you got to do, and you want to do on your time, you do what you want to do. But don't be over here getting mad at these people because they say you can't come in the club. You can't come over here in our section. We bought this $800 bottle and we're of liquor and we're drinking our liquor. And if you're not sucking on a sticker, you can't drink none of our liquor. Lit, okay? If you ain't listen, they already told you what it takes for you to get some of that liquor. And if you don't agree to those terms, that's quite all right. You are entitled to not agree with what they want. But you cannot get mad because they are letting you know what it is that they want. You cannot get mad. But a lot of people, they listen. We'll pull it though. That's what I love about us. We gonna pull it. We gonna find some way to get mad about some stuff that don't listen. Because they done told you no. They told you no, and now you mad. Now you mad because they don't want to share their liquor with you. Because you ain't because you won't stop on the sticker. And you don't want to hear it. Thank you, David, from for YouTube. Thank you so much. Welcome back to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time. Guys, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot, and J is spelled Jaye for all three. While you're at it, do me a favor, go right around the corner, go to YouTube, boop, 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 like and subscribe to our channel there. That's the J Spot Radio. And then go to TikTok, like and follow us there, the J Spot. Guys, again, J is Jaye. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in, guys. Thank you. Grown and Sexy Conversations with the J Spot. Guys, it feels so weird to not say Grown and Sexy but I'm still going to say it. Grown and Sexy Conversations with Jay. That is my group. It has been hacked. It's been going on 3 weeks. Oh, God, I will faint if it's been 3 years. But it's been going on almost 3 weeks since the group has been hacked by the current 2 admins there. You can go there to Grown and Sexy Conversations with Jay, and you will see that Jay and no one that looks like Jay is there and in control of that group. So we are striving to get control back of that group. Haven't had any luck yet doing so, but if you guys have any resources or have any experience in this, and you sincerely and legitly, more importantly, legitly know how to help us to get this situation rectified, message us, and we can try to take your advice and see what happens from there. But guys, listen, thank you so much. 30 and Up Doing Us, Tyson Smith. Man, thank you so much to everybody that has reached out to me to try to help me already at this point, that have attempted to help me to get this situation rectified or sent an encouraging message. Guys, I truly appreciate you all. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, I know y'all be getting tired of me a little bit. Y'all know, but but outside y'all, me getting on y'all nerves, y'all really like me, and I really appreciate that. And I'm telling you guys, I don't take it lightly whatsoever. And I thank you guys for the support. Now listen, speaking of support, Lord have mercy. If I tell you all, now I've heard a lot of foolishness, but I gotta say that this right here is right up there in the top 10 with the foolishness that I've ever heard. So this guy says that a man should only have to pay child support if he was married to or in a long-term relationship before the breakup. He says that he shouldn't have to pay for a one-night stand baby. What are your thoughts on that? So this dirty bastard is out there raw dogging, and you saying that you shouldn't have to pay for it. You're right. You don't need it. Let us put it in the shredder and turn it on high, because you don't need it. That is, if that's not the most reckless, immature attitude that I have heard. And listen, this is some foolishness on here, okay? It's some foolishness. But that right there, listen, I think I'm gonna remember that scenario for a long time. This brother says that if the baby was conceived as the result of a one-night stand, child support should not be required. Child support should not be required. Hey, Cleo, how you doing? Cedric, you're saying present yourself appropriately. Oh, thank you so much, Cleo. He's saying that he's sorry that the group was hacked. But yeah, guys, what do you think about that? What do you think about this statement? This brother is saying, listen, if the baby was created as a result of a one-night stand, no child support should be required. You should be able to skeet and go with no ramifications. You should be able to skeet and go and don't have to be responsible for anything. You know why? Because you were not in a relationship. So you should be able to skeet as you please. And if she got pregnant, listen, you're not responsible because it was a one-night stand. And I say this, sir, if that's your thinking and if that's your logic, why not just use protection so that you can avoid having as he called it, a one-night stand baby? Why don't you just do that? Why don't you just wear protection so that you don't have a one-night stand baby? Because at this point, he's saying that, listen, it's okay to skeet and go. Listen, I'm going to skeet and run, and that's just going to be that. That is going to be that. I'm not going to take any responsibility for this baby because we were not in a long-term relationship or we were not married. You knew that when you knew that you were not in a relationship, you knew that you were not married when you went in without protection. You knew all of this. So if that's your stance and you don't want to pay child support for a kid that you say is a one-night stand, first of all, why are you a nasty son of a gun anyway? Practicing
skeet on accident.
You skeet on accident and then you pay on accident. You skeet on accident, you pay on accident. So it's just like, okay, you made a mistake and skeeted. I made a mistake and slid on down to the courtroom. I made a mistake and put your social security number down on the child support application. So, it's going to be a whole bunch of mistakes being made all the way around. But on his behalf and on the woman, if you know it's a one-night stand, it's like we got to get back to what happened to safe sex? See, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Safe sex is like really out the door, because if you look at and listen to all of the music today, the girl already I told y'all a couple of weeks ago that she was at the doctor trying to figure out why her hootie was stinking. Your hootie stank because you got all that bacteria up in there. All these different dudes that you're going with, if that's what you're really doing, and all of this stuff that you're doing and you're not taking care of yourself, that's why your hootie stinks. Because you got all these different dudes, bacteria. You ain't nobody using protection. Ain't nobody doing nothing. Ain't nothing off limits. That's why your hootie stink. And that's what the problem is. So it's just like, we got to go back to, man, like all the 90s, what was it, left out? She used to have a condom over her eye and her head. You know, you got to go back to pushing that type of method, because today the motion and the lesson that they're doing and they're promoting, listen, this is a plan B generation. We're going to go out there and we're going to have all the reckless, fun that we can do, and then we're just going to wash it down with a bottle of water and a plan B pill. Well, that may take care of the pregnancy, but what about all of the other diseases that could possibly come as a result of that reckless type of behavior? So it's like, definitely got to do a whole lot better than that. Cleo is saying that's crazy. Cedric is saying that's nasty altogether. It really is. And it's irresponsible. And here's the thing. It's just like somebody out there agrees with this brother. Somebody out there agrees with this brother when he says that if the kid was made as a result of a one-night stand, then there should be no child support. But I'm going to tell you this. Mess around and find out. You think that child support court, you think that they're going to care because the baby was made as a result of not being in a relationship or being married? Look at the stats and look and see how many kids is made as a result of a one-night stand. Or listen, the chick done stole up the contents out the protection and she done made herself pregnant with this dude kid. Listen, the stories, are out there. So please don't take the advice from anybody that thinks like this or talks like this. Don't even get involved with anybody like this, because listen, you're putting yourself at risk, not only for risk of having an unwanted and unplanned pregnancy, but you're putting yourself at risk for getting a disease, because this is a person that clearly saying, listen, I don't believe in no safe sex. I'm going to slang this nasty dong. Baby, I'm going to put this nasty dong everywhere, wherever it, listen, I don't cover it up. I probably don't even wash it. This is just some nasty community dong, just slinging that little dirty infested little dong, just slinging it slanging that little nasty dong everywhere. So ladies, listen, let's not fall victim to the slanging of the community dong, and let's not have community hoo-ha. Let's not be out here just giving it away all willy-nilly. Yeah, it's mine. I can give it away to whoever I want to. We understand that, but aren't you tired? Aren't you tired? You should be tired. At what point are you going to be tired of just letting the hoo-ha just be sampling the hoo-ha and all this and that? It's just like, you should be tired. So again, fellas, the guy lied. If a baby is conceived during a one-night stand, don't take this brother's advice, because you will end up on child support. I'm just saying, and depending on what state it is, it could be a very hefty amount. So just for your sake and for your peace of mind, use protection, protect yourself. Now listen, speaking of protect yourselves, fellas, why y'all like this? I just want to ask y'all why y'all like this, because a lot of y'all are like this. Now, I told y'all I love y'all like a good support bra. I really do. I love y'all like the right pair of underwear in the summertime. I love y'all just like that, because guess what? You need, women, we need the right bra and we need the right underwear. So we got a really tight relationship. So I love y'all just like that. But why y'all like this? The man, he decides to stop seeing the lady after she mentioned She was going on another date with a guy right after their date. So he stopped seeing her. Okay, listen, before y'all start, I just answer that question. Just fellas, why are y'all like that? Why y'all be doing stuff like that? Because y'all know y'all can get all up in y'all feelings. But this guy, he's like, listen, I'm not gonna see her no more. She talking about she going out with another dude after the fact, after this date. Fellas, why y'all decide to tell me why y'all like that, let me talk to the ladies. Ladies, come on now. That was an unnecessary conversation. That was unnecessary. You do not ever disclose that information. What is the purpose of disclosing that information? Especially right there on the date. I see no purpose at all, unless you're trying to get left there at the restaurant. You trying to potentially become a victim of a domestic violence, even though you shouldn't. I'm just saying, you putting yourself in a dangerous situation because of running your mouth, especially if alcohol is involved, or if this man has spent a decent amount of money on you, and then you go and reveal some information like that. Know when to shut up, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Know when to shut up. Everything don't have to be said. Even if you are going on a date, immediately after that date, why do you need to tell this guy? What's the purpose of telling him that? Well, I see no reason. We just seeing each other. We just going out. It's not like he my man. It's not like he my man. We not in a relationship. I get that. I don't owe him nothing. Child. Why are you there? If you don't even owe him common decency, courtesy, you don't owe him any respect, you don't owe him anything, my love, why are you there? If you don't feel like this man deserves any type of respect from you, why are you there? Why would you go out on a date with him? And then if nothing else, if you owe a person nothing else, you owe a person respect. And that's just it. It's respect. It's the principle of the matter. You're on a date with this man and you're telling him about another date that you're going on, and it's just not necessary. Listen, everything does not need to be disclosed. Even if he did ask you, I'm not going to discuss that. Let's not discuss that. Let's just talk about you and I. Let's stay in the moment. We got to get good. You don't have to lie to him. Let's stay in the moment. Like, I don't want to talk about anybody else. And I would turn it. I would be like, so did you bring me here to talk about somebody else? Or are we here to talk about each other and see what could possibly happen with us? That you have to be a master of the conversation. You can't get to falling into all of these traps. Like, again, as a woman, I see no good coming out of answering that question whatsoever. I wouldn't answer it whatsoever. It's just a no go. That's not a question that we're going to entertain. We're not going to answer that. We're not going to answer that question. Like, oh, well, are you dating somebody else? Are you in a relationship? If I was in a relationship with somebody, I wouldn't be here with you. And that would be my response, because that would be the truth. If I'm seeing somebody else, are we dating? Because here's the thing, fellas, if you're dating and you're just dating, then you cannot be mad at that answer, because she's dating like you are. Like you are. So if that conversation comes up, then if I am dating or seeing somebody else, like if I'm going out with somebody else and he specifically asked me that, then I'm going to, if I am, I'm like, I date or I've had dates, something to that sort. But fellas, don't ask a question like that if you know that you're going to get mad. Because if it's okay for you to date and you got dates after her, you going out with her on Friday. But you know you got something else lined up for somebody Saturday and Sunday. How you gonna get mad because you asking her what she's supposed to do? Sit and wait by the phone for you? I don't understand. So don't ask that question if you don't want the answer to it. But ladies, let's not be volunteering all this information. That was too much information. You don't need that. Cedric is saying bust down, no personal integrity. Now, Cedric, I can go with the no personal integrity, but why she gotta be a bust down? I don't see no bust down, because if they're not in a relationship, then she's free to do whatever it is that she wants to do. However, the integrity part, I totally agree with you, because as the principal, I'm not going to tell you that and I'm out with you. Like, what's the purpose? Pretty Tasha is saying exactly. Right. It should not matter who else she is dating if nothing serious yet. Dating is a purpose. Absolutely. So it's like, don't ask all these questions if you don't want to know the answer to it. So if you ask, so maybe he asked her, so what you doing later on tonight? And that's probably when she said, oh, I got another date planned. Ma'am, when they ask, what you doing tonight? I'm just going to chill for the rest of the evening. Because you are. You're going to be chilling with another dude for the rest of the evening. That's all you need to say. You don't have to go into details about where you're going, that's it. I'm chilling for the rest of the evening. Can I come back? No, I don't feel like it. I just want to chill. And that's that. You ain't got to go into, oh, I'm going on a date. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Why you on another date? Because I might get upset and I may make you pay for the whole stuff just because you didn't have no integrity. So I'm mad. Do I have a right to be mad as the man? No, you don't. You don't, because you're not in a relationship. So if you want a woman to act like your woman and be your woman, make her your woman. But if you out dating her and you're going on dates and you have not staked any, you have not made any commitments, you cannot be mad when she's out dating and doing her thing and trying to find somebody just like you're trying, because clearly you have not chosen her. So if you have not chosen her, she's free game. Let the dates continue. My only problem and issue was her telling him that while she was on a date with him. That's the only problem that I had with that. But the fact that she was going on a date after that date, I had no problem with that. Why? If you dropping her off by 9, 10, whatever time it was, she's single, why can't she not go out on another date the same night? I see no harm in that. It ain't your business. It ain't your business where she going. Once you drop her off, it's not your business. You know why? Because she's not your woman. She's not your woman. So you've made no commitments. She's made no commitments. So she can move however she want to move. Just like, guess what? You're going to move how you want to move. You're going to do what you're going to do. So how do we get mad because she's doing it? The only thing I'm mad about, like I said, and I didn't like, was because she told him that she was going on another date. That's the only thing. Pretty Tasha is saying, that is the thing that kills me with people. They think you are tied down with them all because you started talking to them on the phone and went out with them on a date. Dating is not exclusive, and people get that mixed up. Absolutely. And until a conversation has been had, then listen, dating is just that, dating. But here's where people get it mixed up at. You can't have one person in a relationship. You can't have me in a relationship with you, but you dating me. So I'm in a relationship with you and I'm being faithful to you and I'm waiting on you and this and that, but you out living your whole entire best life, doing whatever it is that you feel like you want to do, but you want me to be faithful to you. You all, it does not work like that. It does not work like that. So if you start putting out single vibes, then listen, instead of putting out the vibes, why not just come back to the table? Why not be single? Like, I don't understand people. Like, I don't understand. We're going to definitely get into that in a few moments on how to be faithful. But when we're dating, a lot of times we make this dating thing so complicated because if you're not married, technically you can do whatever it is that you want to do. But like, let's be fair. Let's keep the playing field leveled. We can't be stacking people up, stacking them on the side and relationshiping them up. And they moving like they in a relationship, but you keep living your single life. You just as single as you want to be when you're not around them. But then when you with them, you trying to act like, oh, you just all in the relationship and you just all in when really you're not. You're just out there, you doing what you want to do, but you're expecting them to sit there and wait for you while you continue to do you. At some point, that ish gets old, and like, listen, people will fall away and be like, you know what? We don't even have to do this. You're doing you, so now I need to do me. And I don't need to hold on to you to do me because you had your chance. So now I don't even want to be bothered with you because of the way you played your hand. It didn't even have to go like that. You want to do you. You want to see me. We can see each other. I have no problem with dating you. But don't try to put a person in a relationship and then you're just dating them. So ladies, don't put yourselves in those positions. Again, I thought that this was very tacky and tasteless to tell a man that you're currently on a date with that you're going on another date after he drops you off or after you leave from with him. It was tasteless, tacky, and dangerous. Ladies, listen, folks are not wrapped right up here all together, like the elevator does not go all the way up to the top. So we got to be very, very mindful on what we're saying to people and how we're playing with people's emotions and playing with people's time. Listen, people get very sensitive about this stuff. So you thought that you was doing something, but then you end up getting hurt when you didn't have to, when it did not have to end that way. So it's like whatever you have to do to remain safe, then do that. But what does it profit you to tell a man that you're going on a date with another man immediately after when he just got through whining and dining you? At least let him live for the moment, live in the moment. I mean, at least if you know that you're going on a date, that's fine. You keep that to yourself. When you get home and you do whatever, call whoever up or whatever. Do that, but not when you're right there in the presence of that person. And it's like we live in a time where some people take pleasure in trying to mentally dismantle people. But let me tell you this, you don't know how far or how close to the edge a person is. So you don't know, listen, you don't know how many pieces away that cracker is from snapping or the cookie is from crumbling. You don't know how far. Do you really want to put yourself in position to take that chance and say something slick and now the cookie has crumbled and now it's crumbled all over you? Now you get hurt when you didn't have to. We got to be mindful of what we're saying and how we're moving. Pretty Tasha, you're saying folks' priorities are messed up. Cedric is saying exactly. Pretty Tasha, you also saying, yeah, he ain't even got to know that I'm going on another date. It's none of his business. Absolutely. Cedric is saying that conversation should have been had before y'all start seriously dating. So it didn't say that they were seriously dating, Cedric. It just said that they were on a date. And she said, she told this guy, she was going on another date immediately after. And again, that did not need to be said. That did not need to come up at all. So again, if he asked her, so what you doing afterwards? I'm chilling. Listen, chilling is a vague term that can describe anything. Chilling. That's not lying. You don't have to use dating. You don't have to use I'm going on a date. You can say I'm chilling. Again, you are not lying, but you're not also about to say something that can potentially put you in harm's way. So in everything that you do, you got to get an understanding. And we got to make sure that we're walking and talking in wisdom. Because this stuff right there, that statement was foolish. Very foolish and very childish and very, very dangerous. So again, let's start moving better. Again, especially when dating, let's know the rules of dating. It's just that. We're seeing each other. We're not together in a relationship. We're not. We're not together. We are just getting to know each other. And until we get that situated, until we have a conversation about being exclusive, then we're not. We have to both respect the fact that, listen, I'm single, he's single, we're both single, we're dating. So we're dating each other. This is our time right now. This is our time. But what I do once I leave from your presence, that's my business. Just like what you do when you leave from around me is your business. I don't need to expose that to you. I don't need to reveal that to you. That doesn't need to come up. So again, if she initiated that conversation, if she volunteered that information, give her a Donkey Kong slap. Just slap her upside the head. Knock that wig and them eyelashes off. If he asked that information, then pop him upside the back of his head a couple of times. Because why are you asking that question? Don't ask that question. That question should be off limits. So let's put that as a rule for dating. Do not ask them if what they doing afterwards, or if they're dating somebody else, if you are not prepared for the truth. Now, does that conversation have to be had? Absolutely. So if we're just seeing each other, we're dating, then it should already, listen, this is one place where we can make an assumption that you are seeing somebody else or is somebody else in the picture. If we are not in an established relationship and we have not confirmed exclusivity, then it should be safe to say it's some other people involved if we have not had that conversation. And I think it's safe to think that way, that it's other people involved without you asking that question. Once you get to a point where you are ready to be exclusive and you're ready to be in a relationship, then definitely have that conversation. Listen, I like to say, listen, do you have you got any loose ends you need to tie up? Tie up your loose ends. Give people time to tie up their loose ends. What you gonna do? You choosing me, or am I gonna be, I didn't make the pick. I didn't make the final cut. I'm cool with that. Let's just communicate that ish and let's be grown about it. People are not being grown about it, and that's what the problem is. And this situation right here was very childish, and it could have been handled a lot better. For her safety and everybody involved, I would not recommend telling anybody that you're going on a date while you're on a date, telling them that once you leave from them, you're going on a date with somebody else. I would not recommend that for anybody. Any type of relationship status or setup, I would not recommend that. For your safety, definitely keep that in mind. Cedric is saying, definitely that's the key word, exclusive. Absolutely. So if we're not exclusive and we're just hanging out, then we're doing just that. We're just hanging out. Guys, we're going to take a short musical break. And when we return, we have more hot topics to get into. And then we're going to get into our topic for the evening: how to be faithful. on the J Spot. But yeah, guys, people, listen, baby, they were just, they will have you wrapped up 12,000 kind of ways playing these games. And Pretty Tasha, you're saying, I don't even understand why she even mentioned that. That's what I'm saying. If he asked her, then he was wrong for asking her. If she just volunteered that information, then she was not the brightest bulb in the box for even volunteering that type of information. So that's why I'm just like, you know what? We got to do better. We have to definitely get better in moving with, moving with wisdom. We got to be wise about things. And just sometimes we don't make the best. We don't necessarily move the right way. We're not necessarily moving in the way that we should be moving. And that could be, listen, that can cause you to get hurt. Like, we don't want, listen, we don't want that. We don't want that. We should definitely be making sure that we are doing what we have to do to stay safe and to just make sure that our dating experiences are just going, going accordingly, going smoothly. Like, dating should be fun. You shouldn't be putting yourself in position for things to turn out in a dangerous way. And the fact that you're telling somebody that you're currently on a date with and you're revealing to them that you're going on another date after the fact, after you're done dating with them, that can be kind of dangerous. That can be very dangerous. Hey, Katie Lowe, how you doing? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, but guys, we definitely, again, learn what to reveal. The old folks used to say, everything that come up don't have to come out. So if you're going on another date afterwards, that's your business. Like Bobby Brown said it best, it's my prerogative. Keep it that way. Stop telling everything. I'm going out. He gonna take me. Girl, you may not make it. Keep on talking all that trash. You will not make it because you done made this crazy person mad and now they got to do something. And you don't want to be in that situation. You don't want to put yourself in position where to get hurt. You don't want to do that. So at all times, we should always be focusing on staying safe. I want to stay safe. I want you to be safe. Let's all be safe. So let's not be on some foolishness and then you mess around and now something happens. Welcome back to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families one conversation at a time. Guys, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot. And J is spelled Jaye for all three. While you're at it, go right around the corner. Go to YouTube, like and subscribe our channel there. That's the J Spot Radio. And then go to TikTok, like and follow us there. Again, guys, that's the J Spot. J is Jaye. And guys, turn on the notification bell for all platforms. Boop, boop, boop. Guys, listen, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. We are having an amazing time tonight. Want to thank you all so much. Grown and Sexy Conversations with the J Spot. 30 and Up doing us, Tyson Smith, the Real MVPs, Pit Life, everybody, 180 Real Talk Chicago, everybody that rocks with us, the J Spot, the page, everybody that rocks with us, guys. We really thank you all so much. I appreciate the support. As I said, I'm going to keep mentioning our page, our main page, our group, the Grown and Sexy Conversations with Jay. Our group with over 100,000 members has been hacked for almost 3 weeks. And the hackers actively have control of that group. And they are posting and allowing all kinds of foolishness to go on in that group. So just know that it is not me or my admin team. If you guys have experience in, you've been hacked before, and you know the steps on what we can do to regain control to our group, then we are definitely open to listening to suggestions. Please do not contact us if you are a fellow spammer, because we're not interested. Okay, we're just seriously trying to get our group back. But again, as being a content creator on this Facebook platform, I would say to other content creators, definitely have a backup plan, something that you own, because it's just not a good feeling to know that you work so hard to build something and somebody can come and steal it right from you. And there's nothing that, literally at this point, there has been nothing that I can do but try to find some ways to rectify this situation. And as of right now, we have been unsuccessful with doing so. So just wanted to give you an update on that. But guys, again, thank you so much for tuning in. Now listen, this final hot topic. You all look, sometimes we can be just a little bit too much. Now listen, everybody has been jumping on Diddy as far as all of this stuff, the video that, surfaced a couple of weeks of him, abusing the young lady. And so you got a lot of celebrities mentioning, how deplorable and how disgusting that Diddy is and all this and that. Well, one of the celebrities that had the audacity, in my opinion, to speak up and say something about this was Evelyn Lozada off the Housewives. And she's like, seeing known abusers comment on violent incidents is unacceptable. If you hurt others, you have no right to speak on these matters. We need accountability, not hypocrisy. And I just found that it was very interesting. How is she, as a fellow abuser herself? I'm like, ma'am, how are you jumping on anything and calling anybody an abuser? You're an abuser as well. Look at all the women that she has abused. You beat up and thrown champagne glasses and jumped around tables and all of this other foolishness and bullied women on this show. And you got the self-righteous nerve to get up here and try to jump on the bandwagon. Like the old folks used to say, sweep around your own front door before you go trying to sweep around Diddy's. Sweep around your front door. How many times have you been arrested for domestic violence? How many times, listen, all the stuff that you was doing with Chad Ochocinco and with Chad Johnson, whatever his name, listen, all of the women that have fell victim under your hands, that you stuck your acrylic claws in. Them acrylic claws, I got it out now, y'all see. Acrylic claws. You got your acrylic claws in these folks, but you got the nerve to be sitting up here calling somebody abuser. Ma'am, tell me, how are you better than they are? And Haley, my sister Leanna saying she was being petty. She's very big petty. I'm like, ma'am, this was not the situation for you to be even commenting on, because all of the foolishness that you've done, make sure your back door is, make sure you sweep around your own front door, because that abusive situation, that was not a comment and that was not a topic that she even needed to, no shape, form, or fashion, be co-signing on. So, ma'am, you're not in position to co-sign on nothing Diddy did. You just better be thankful that ain't nobody brought up no charges and showed no videos against you, because just the stuff that they've edited out and allowed us as the public to see, ma'am, you got a few charges coming your way as well. So listen, sweep around your own front door before you go trying to judge what Diddy and anybody else has done. If you guilty of the same thing, just like you said in your post, known abusers, ma'am, you are a known abuser. So your post, you should have proofread your post before you said anything, because you definitely fall into the very category that you were speaking against. Speaking of against, guys, tonight we're talking about how to be faithful. Now, you guys may say, faithful? It's 2024, Jay. What is that? What is faithful? According to an online source, being faithful means not having relations with other people. It also means that you refrain from investing. Listen to this. This is a key part as well that a lot of us miss because we haven't done anything physically. We miss it. This part we miss. It also means that you refrain from investing romantically in others and that most of your attention, love, and respect should be directed towards your mate or your spouse. So just because you didn't do it to them, it doesn't mean that you're faithful if you're investing your time, your love, and your attention elsewhere. So you may say, Jay, I've never stepped out on my wife. I've been faithful. I've been faithful to my wife. So does that mean that you forgot about the woman that you're texting the good morning queen to and good morning beautiful to and how you doing? Jay, I never did nothing with her. You texting her every day to see how she's doing. You making sure she made it home safely. You're making sure that she made it to work. If she's needed a few dollars to get some gas, she can call on you to do those things. Or ladies, he's good morning beautiful to you, okay? And you're bringing him food to work. You're flirting with him. You're laughing and you're giggling and he can tell you all of his relationship problems. You are sneaking and texting him, responding to him. If he got something going on with his baby mama or his fiance or his girlfriend or whatever the case is, you're right there to listen. You're right there to give your advice. You're right there to comfort him. You're right there to give him all the emotional support that he desires. But your mate or your spouse doesn't know about it. So that's what being faithful is. Doing things that, doing the right thing, even when your partner is not around. Even if your partner doesn't know about it, we got to do the right thing. And that's what can be a little, and I'll be honest, a little tricky today. It's 2024. It's so many resources. It's so many opportunities to step out. But when you think about it, and it's just like, Jake, Dad, how do I be faithful? Let's really think about that question. How do you be faithful when you can log on to social media and you can have access to almost anybody? We have our own personal cell phones and all our personal electronic devices where we can have access to anyone. We can have our regular phone that our spouses know about, but then we can have a side phone, an extra phone just for the other things or our other life that we live that our spouses have no idea that we have going on. Or we can have our phone and we can always have it face down. Always have it face down. Never leave your phone unattended because we know that we got other things going on that we don't want our spouses or the somebodies in our lives to find out about. Cedric has said, I don't completely agree with that. Being intellectually compatible with another person isn't being unfaithful. So what part of checking on them and seeing how they're doing? Cedric, you got to help me find the intellectual part in that, because to me that's an emotional connection. And again, an important part of conversations and asking, and when you're going forward and you're getting together, what do you consider cheating? what do you consider being unfaithful? Because here's the thing, ladies, you look, because some of us can be a little bit too sensitive. Oh, he looked at her. I didn't like how he was looking at her. What you mean you don't like when he was looking at her? He can look. I say, fellas, listen, there's a technique to looking. Looking, but look, don't get stuck. Look, just don't stay there. You can look and keep it moving. Because guess what? I'm going to look. You can't listen. It's fellas, it's y'all season. Y'all winning right now because see, it's sundress season, it's skimpy short season, so y'all winning. Ladies, look, if you willing to be honest, okay, he looking, I done look too. Now, I don't go that way, but sometimes I'm just like, now, dang, her butt is really sitting up, and that's a real butt. What did she do to get that thing to sit up like that so I can try to get my thing to sit up like that? I like the way her butt sits up. I want mine to sit it up like that as well. I want my booty to be elevated like her booty is elevated. So I need to look and investigate and see what makes a booty look like that. I'm gonna look. He look, I'm looking too. Now, if he gets stuck, that's what gonna be the problem is because see, you got stuck. You stayed too long. Look and keep it moving. I'm like, yeah, look and keep it moving. We can do that because here's the deal. In the fall, when it is gray sweatpants season, let the Lord use you however he see fit. Because that is when we will get our revenge. That's when we get our retribution, ladies. So let them have the summertime. Let them have it. Because the fall is coming. The fall, baby, the fall is coming. And when it's coming and they got them schlong dongs and them things sitting down on their knees, listen, fellas, we got to have the same grace. We're going to look and we gonna keep it moving. So let's just say it's okay to look. We gotta have that out there so people don't be getting all in their feelings. Oh, I'm mad because he was looking at her. He was looking at her. She was cute. You full of that. You're that insecure that you can't acknowledge that another woman is cute, that she's pretty. Your self-esteem is that shattered that complimenting another woman is going to take away from you. If you are, honey, you don't need to be in a relationship. You got to go sit on somebody's couch and let them help fix you because your ego should not be that shallow or fractured because your dude is looking somewhere else. Don't mean that he want to go. He just saw something that caught his attention. Like I said, when they be walking and they be slapping like that, it's gonna catch your attention. It catches my attention. I don't want it, but I'm like, I'm not gonna sit up here and lie and say, dang, her booty was. Look at how her booty was moving. Booty just moving out. Look, booties they move, and then you got these weird ones. Those are the scary ones. Listen, no judgment, but it is what it is. Those weird ones, those created science projects that some people win, those scare me. So I just be looking like, dang, that thing gonna explode. It look like it's hard. I be like, I wonder if I punch it like this, would it bust, or will my biceps and my triceps get strong if I punch it like this, like a little punching bag? Boo, 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 boo. I be wanting to do that. That's what I be thinking in my mind. Ain't the right thing to say, but that's what I be thinking. But we got to stop being so sensitive about things like that. You're human, he's human. Men are going to look, and ladies, the sooner a lot of us accept that, the sooner we will be okay in our relationships. Pretty Tasha, you're saying right. Some people are so petty, they don't even need to be in relationships. They need to be by themselves. Cedric, you're saying exactly, Jay, you just said it. Grown conversation. Absolutely. We're going to look. Looking is okay. But here's what needs to be done to be faithful. A few things, in my opinion. The first thing is avoiding sneaking behavior. Things that you do that you will not do in front of your partner, avoid that ish at all possible. If you got relationship issues, do what you have to do to work those things out. Work it out with amongst each other. You posting a subliminal status on social media about your mate or your spouse is not going to fix things. It's not going to help you all. So please avoid going tit for tat on social media with your mate or your spouse. Go back to the old school like we used to do. You got a problem, start playing the music, playing a song at home that describe what your beef is with your partner and put it on repeat until they ask you, what's your problem? You trying to tell me something? Then y'all can open up the doors and have a conversation. That's what you got to do. Play the song for them that, what was it? Changing Faces. Listen. But get out. I've been feeling kind of strange lately. You know, she done told me, put your dummy in there. You keep on playing with me, you're going to need to find somewhere else to stay. Start playing those type of songs to put something on their mind. Then you go head on and then you open up the door for a conversation. That's a tip. The next thing, and this is one of the most important things, communicate. You got to communicate with your partner. You should be your partner's safe space. You should be their safe space. They should be your safe space. You should be able to come to each other and discuss anything. You should have no other confidant opposed to your partner. That's the person. That's the person where you are supposed to be vulnerable with. You should be able to be that with them. And if you don't have that, then that's something that you got to work on to be able to get there. Communication. Listen, stay out these folks' inboxes. And lastly, keep the fire burning. You got to keep the attraction going. You got to keep it interesting. You got to keep it spicy. And last but not least, you got to make the decision. I'm going to be faithful. I chose this person. I chose this man. I chose this woman. So I'm going to do what I got to do because I'm in it. I'm 10 toes down and I'm going to stand on it. I made the decision to be here with you, and I'm making the decision to be faithful and remain faithful to you because that's the choice and that's the decision that I made. I made the decision to be faithful and to love you. Guys, listen, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor. Go to our page, like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot. J is spelled Jaye for all three. Go to YouTube, like and follow us there, the J Spot Radio. Go to TikTok, like and follow us there, the J Spot. Again, guys, J is Jaye. Turn on the notification bells, guys, for all social media platforms. Until next time, you all take care of yourselves and each other. Peace out. Good night, you guys. Thank you so much. Good night. Good night. And stay faithful. Don't let these seasons, tear y'all up. Now you be out there tearing up your home and ain't got nowhere to go in the wintertime. Like, oh, it's cuffing season. No, you should stay faithful in the summertime. You won't be worried about cuffing season. That's just my